Good morning, my friends. It's Sunday, and all of our plans this weekend were ruined because of the weather. You know, last week we had almost 80-degree weather, and today it's spitting snow. So I don't know. So you get me no makeup. I'm just hanging out in my craft room today, doing some laundry, and figured I would play with some scraps that I have. Try to use up all my scraps. I have so many scraps, you guys. Like I have, whoops. These containers, these little 12 by 12 containers with the name of the paper pack on them, and then all that's left in that paper pack. And so I'm trying to use up those. And I don't have just one or two. I probably have 50. I don't know. They're hanging on clip hangers in my closet over there. So I'm gonna play with some scraps today if you want to hang out. But I also want to show you. So Creative Memories has changed the recruiting gift. So when you join, not only do you get you pay $49 and you get $50 to use right away on the product that you want, you also get a free gift, and you get to pick one of 4 of those free gifts. And so we had the large, like 12, it was actually bigger than 12 by 12, but you could put your 12 by 12 supplies in it, like a tote bag of the rainbow dot. There was the large pod tote of the rainbow dot. There was just a regular tote bag with a hat. And the newest one is this carry-all. I don't know. So it's this cute little bag. Got all these little pockets. Got inside storage. More pockets on the side. All the way around. This one is a zippered one. So the only way that you can get these goodies is by becoming an advisor. And the biggest question I get, you guys, no joke, is when you say there's no minimums, do you really mean it? Yes, I mean it. There's no minimums at all, ever. Your commission tier is structured based on a 12-month rolling average. So obviously the more that you purchase or you sell to your friends or to customers, your rolling average goes up, so then your commission goes up. But as for minimums, there isn't any. Buy when you want, not when you have to. No, I'm not going to hound you to buy. Creative Memories isn't going to hound you to buy. There's no pressure. You can run your business your way. Even if you're just a hobbyist and want the discount, no problem whatsoever. So there's that. And there'll be a link to my website below where you can go. And then in the top ribbon bar, it says join, and it'll have all those same details right there. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm always available to you guys. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm using scraps, as I think I mentioned, and we're gonna make a card base out of this. So this is cut at 6 by 12, and I'm actually gonna want it, we're gonna do a 4.5 by 5.5 card. So I want this to be 11 by 4.5. So let me grab this, get my straight blade out of here, because I have my scoring blade in right now. This is really thick, thicker paper, so we're gonna need that. So if this is at 12, which we can see it is, so, and I want it to be 11, so I'm just gonna cut off 1 inch. Okay, and then we're gonna fold it in half. So at 5.5, we're gonna fold it, and just, I can do that on there, but because this is such thick paper, I'm gonna do it here on my scoreboard, and we're just going to actually score it in this way at 5.5. This would absolutely work on that trimmer, but my desk is small, and for trying to show you guys, I'm just going to do it on this. Now, I hadn't cut this at 4.5 yet, so it's still a little too big. So now I'm going to get my trimmer back, and we're going to cut it at 4.5. And you can cut it folded, but because of the thickness of this paper, I'm not going to do that. So now I have my 4.5 by, I'm sorry, 4.25. See, I cut that wrong. It's supposed to be 4.25, not 4.5. So 4.25 by 5.5. And see what I mean by this is super thick, and I should have not moved it until I knew it had cut all the way through, but I did. Okay. So the next fun thing we're going to do is we're going to cut it again. So this is where our fold is. We're going to cut off the top half. So since this is 4.25, we're going to go half of 4.25. So two and 2 1/8. So let's count our eighths. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4.25 would be here. Well, would be here. So we're gonna go to this line here. But we are only going to our line, okay? So we're cutting this in half, but only to our fold line. And I don't know if you can see this on here. This little line right here shows us exactly where we're cutting. So, oops, I moved this. We are going to just cut down to our fold line. And then we were going to cut it off at our fold line. Ta-da! So now we have the top part of our card open. Now we're going to take some of the fun paper that came with this kit, and we're going to fill it in. So this, like I said, this is just scrap. So we're going to cut off that little, oh, and I forgot to change this, you guys. As you know, this comes out, my 1 has been used. You can see it's been used. 2 is still brand new. 3 is brand new. But I heard somebody just say to score on 4. Because if you're scoring and you have this deep groove, you can cut through your paper. So I forgot to turn this back after I was doing some scoring. So I'm just going to straighten this edge. And then I'm going to go 4.25. Actually, do I want to go 4.25? No, I'm going to go 4. So we have a 1/4 inch inside. And then, since the other one is 5.5, we are going to go 5.25. And then this will go here, like so. I don't normally do that. It's such a waste of your tape. You don't need to run it down the whole thing. Then what are we going to put here? Since this is already decorative on the front, I don't need to like do a whole lot here because there's already a pattern there. I don't know if you can see that. So now we just decide what paper we want. Got so much, you guys, so much. Scrap. That's all I have is scrap paper I'm playing with today. So let's put a piece of this yellow in here. So that was, again, our 4.5. So we're going to go to 4. And then remember we did 2 1/8. So now I'm going to go a 1/2 inch smaller there. So this should fit right on here. No, look at, I did that wrong. It's okay. We have scraps. This is what scraps are for. This was our 5.5 actually. That's what I did wrong. Isn't it? Let me think. This is our, yeah, that's our 5.5. That is what I did wrong. So I need to go 5 1/4. And then our 2. We had our 2 1/8. Now we'll go a 1/2 inch smaller. This is the fun with scraps. You can make mistakes and it doesn't matter because it's just scraps. It's just scraps. And I don't have any instructions. So these measurements, I am just making up as I go. Put this down. And then this little front piece that we cut off of here, we're going to use it, but we're going to put it this way. So we make a little flap on here. So if this is 5.5, look at my thing here. If this is 5.5 this way, I'm going to want this to be about like that. So we're going to go at 4 inches. Yeah, we'll go 4 inches on this one. And then it will sit on here like so. And then we're going to take a piece of white and put on there. So if this is 4 by, or 2 1/8, remember that? Or 2 1/8. So we're going to go 375. And then take our 2 1/8 and take it a 1/2 inch smaller. And that should go on there. And I have some thin cut dies I think we're going to use as well. And I may actually turn this and put it the other way now that I think about it. But we'll see. See? So somewhere on this desk, I brought out a happy birthday. Here it is. It's one of my old close to my heart ones. It's called So Tweet. I thought it would be fun to put on here, this cute little bird. Then we have some thin cuts. Excuse me. I've been fighting a cough. Don't ask me why. So in this folder here, which if you're coming to my National Scrapbook Day on May 9th here in South Reno, I am giving one of these away as one of my raffle prizes. So if you want one of these, register for my event. So we have a cutting base plate, a universal top plate, and embossing base plate. We're not embossing. So I'm going to use, I believe, the one with the balloon because I think that's super cute. And maybe we'll do some hearts too. We'll see what kind of white paper we have. So we have a base plate. We have little thing with a balloon. And we have a heart. And we have a flower. Perfect. So now I'm going to put the top plate on. Now this is actually a Creative Memories die cutter, and it was in an advisor vote box, so it was not released out yet. It's coming. We voted on it. Everybody liked it, so it is coming soon. Ooh, my stuff moved, and I don't want it to move. Shoot. Get it away from the edges. I'm just going to run that through. So this will be coming out later this year, and you can get yours then. I will, of course, post about it when it's available. But they're so easy to take to crops. It just fits perfect in my bag. And you saw my plates fit perfect in this little organizers. There's long plates too. That's why I have it in the big little file thing. See, there's longer things and embossing folders and all sorts of things in there. But anyway, so I'm gonna get this out of the way. Now I'm gonna just stamp these in black so we can color them. Playing with scraps is so fun because you never really know what you're gonna make. And I'm going to use, I don't know where my archival black is. So we'll just use regular black. I like the archival black because it doesn't tend to smear as much when you're coloring on it, but we will let it dry. Sorry if my hair's in your way. So there's our little bird. And then I'm going to just put, oh, silly me, the butterfly. And the flower on here. And I just turn my stamp over and use the other side because why get another stamp out? So then I can do my butterfly. And I want to, before I ink up my flower, I want to get it laid out correctly. I don't have it laid out correctly. I think it needs to go like so. We're going to go with that. Okay, so I will clean that when we're done. Oh, I'm not done with this yet. I need to stamp our happy birthday. What does this one say? Stamps on here backward. You're so tweet. That's really cute too. You know what? Yeah, let's use that. Let's use You're So Tweet. Get another block here, a smaller one. And let's figure out, so we can actually do a couple of things. We can put it this way. Or we can put it this way. And we can put the You're So Tweet here. And this here. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do that. That turned out really well. Okay, so what we're gonna do, this is crazy, I know. I'm just winging it, y'all. Sorry about my confusion. We're gonna do this like this. We're gonna put it on some pop dots. We're gonna put these other things on here as well. But first we have to color those. So let's get these things out of the way. I don't know why that got there, but that's okay. So I have my Creative Memory pens, also in our Rainbow Dot roll up. So this is still available, by the way. You can get this. So we're just going to, do I want to use these? Yeah. I want to see that exact color. So I'm going to just take a piece of white scrap. It's pretty bright. Okay. And I'm going to dot around the edges so we don't smear that ink. I don't want to smear around and get that black smeared in. So I'm just dotting the edges, okay? Then we're going to come in and color it after. But anywhere we're going over the black, I'm going to just dot because I don't, it may smear. I didn't use the archival and I don't really want to test that out today. So now I can come in and smooth it out and color it in and make our little tweeter all yellow. There's a fine point on this pen as well, but I'm not doing fine edges. Just coming in now and, you know, dabbing in where looks like I missed some spots. Now I'm going to take this pale pink. It's not very pale. It's very bright. That's okay. Do the same thing for our balloon. I also have my alcohol markers, my, what are those, Spectrum Noir, that were from Close to My Heart. I can put a link to those as well, but they blend, they're blending markers, and I'm just trying to color. And I could blend this, there'd be no reason not to. I don't know what that black spot is on that balloon. It has happened every time I have used that stamp, so I think maybe, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. So now I'm going to take the fine tip part. I'm going to do the little flower on her hat, the same color as the balloon. I'm going to take this orange on the fine, I'm going to do the tail. And the beak. And let's use this bright yellow for this other flower. It's kind of a neon yellow. And then we have a little bit of green over here. It's really cute. Okay, butterfly. We'll do this flower in this pink again, so we're consistent. And it's a smaller area, so I'm using the fine. Just kind of to stay off the ink edges. See? And then the butterfly, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to go around the edges in the orange. And then we're going to come in with the yellow. So we have a little multicolored butterfly there. Okay. I don't think I have any foam tape sitting here. I think it's out in my... I don't. Shoot. Oh well, we'll do it without foam tape. We won't pop it up. It will be fine. So on here, we're going to put the You're So Tweet on here. So just the kind of bottom half of our bird. Now remember, every order placed on my website gets a handmade card from me. So this could end up being the card that you get if you place an order, because this is why I make these cards, is to give them away. Put the butterfly here. And the flower needs a little bit more. My tape runner ran out. Of course it did. I don't have all my stuff here right with me, so we'll just grab. It's not here. This will work. I'll fix it in a minute. We'll put this here. And then, shoot, that's not what I thought it was. I really want that popped up. So I do have foam tape here. It's not my favorite foam tape, but it is foam tape. So I got this at Scrapbook Expo a couple years ago. And the funny thing is this is what I went there for. This is what I was so excited to go and get. And it just hasn't been my go-to. I don't know why. I think because I find it super hard to get the backing off of the white one. I've never really used this black one before. And shoot, I have already screwed this up because I don't want on here. So yeah, we're going to take these off as carefully as we can. Oh, good, they do come off. Okay. Now we have our little flip, and we can write in here. I think I'm going to do another stamp inside here. Where'd my stamp set go? We do have happy birthday. I cannot stamp on this now because I have put that down. It's uneven. But we can do the happy birthday down here and add some more embellishments. We can do that. So just because I send you a card, it's not always going to be a thank you card. It's going to be a card that is intended for you to use yourself. So I don't write in it. I don't write on the envelope. It comes to you with the hope that you can like it and use it. So it could be a birthday card, it could be a Christmas card, it could be just thinking of you card, it could be any kind of card. Happy birthday. And then, I don't know, let's look through. I don't really know what's in this kit. So I don't know if there's any stickers or any sort of embellishments in here. Let's see what we have. Kind of tore apart. So we have paper. We have all kinds of paper. I thought there was maybe some stickers, but I am clearly mistaken because I'm not seeing any. Or maybe I used them all. Oh, here's something. Oh, no, that goes to something else. All right, I'm not seeing any. We have hearts. Aha, stickers. Okay, so what of this could we add to here? We could add this little heart. That would be super cute over here. And I think that might be it for this, because none of this stuff really goes. We have these little stars. They don't really go with our thing out here. Yum doesn't. Photo Op doesn't. I've already used the clouds. Those would have been cute on here. A heart. Inside here by Happy Birthday. There. So there it is. Just a quick little card using all scraps, guys. And I made it 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it will fit in a normal envelope, which I have tons of. And then they fit in these little, I thought I just saw them. I use these special sleeves to mail them in. so that they come in a plastic sleeve, and then you can take the card and the envelope out and reuse them. So if you liked this and you want to see more of my scraps, come check out more videos. I'm going to be doing several scrap cards and posting them throughout the week. So thanks for watching and have a fabulous day.